It's about 5:47 p.m., so it is time to hear from Mr. Scott Cannon, everyone, otherwise known as the chemist with the K. So let's see what he has to say for today's point and counterpoint. Hello, Scott.
Hello, humans. I am Scott Cannon coming to you live on WLTH 1370 AM from the greatest city in all the world, Gary, Indiana. And this is the Counterpoint. Well, folks, Forbes Magazine has just released this list of the richest self-made women in America as a testament to all those hard-working female entrepreneurs who are shattering the glass ceiling and breaking new ground for the next generation of women to follow. Number one is Diane Hendricks, a Wisconsin billionaire who owns ABC Supply, one of the largest wholesale distributors of roofing, siding, and windows in America. Number two is Marian Ilitch, who co-founded Little Caesars Pizza with her late husband, Mike, who also owned the Detroit Red Wings and Detroit Tigers. Number six is Oprah Winfrey, who I believe has possibly the greatest success story in the history of America, being born in civil rights era Mississippi in a shack without indoor plumbing as a black girl and working her way into being worth over $3 billion. Other notable names on this list are Beyonce at number 53 on the list with an estimated worth of $355 million. Strangely enough, just $5 million behind Beyonce at number 54 is Kim Kardashian, who is famous because her father helped O.J. evade a murder conviction. Then she subsequently made a sex tape with a D-list R&B singer and also has a big posterior, if you haven't noticed, all of which she has parlayed into a multi-million-dollar TV, movie, and fashion career. You have to wonder what Beyonce, who spent her entire life training to be, well, Beyonce, thinks about the woman whose mother marketed her sex tape being only $5 million poorer than her. Behind both of them at number 60 is Taylor Swift, who's worth an estimated $320 million. As impressive as these net worths are, most of them are no surprise to anyone who pays attention to pop culture, as we're constantly reminded about how rich these women are. But the most controversial and surprising name on this list was the woman who occupied the number 26 spot, Kylie Jenner. Yes, that's right. Kim Kardashian's youngest sister, the one who looks like the blow-up doll, not the skinny modelly one, has had her net worth valued at over $900 million. Yes, a 20-year-old woman who has encouraged the generation of girls to inject their lips with silicone or saline or silly putty or whatever substance she's been using is almost a billionaire. And to add insult to injury, Forbes has her listed as a self-made almost billionaire. Now, to provide context, this is a young woman whose father, Bruce Jenner, is one of the greatest athletes America has ever produced, winning the gold medal in the decathlon at the 1972 Olympics and making millions in endorsements. Her mother was married to rich attorney Robert Kardashian, who is the father to her three older sisters. And she grew up in one of the most privileged neighborhoods in the world, in Calabasas, California, where her family has been the subject of one of the longest-running reality TV shows in history, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. In what world does that equal self-made? This is a woman who has had every single opportunity in life laid out for her on a golden plate. And what, she's considered a self-made woman because she knows how to market herself on social media? Oh, so you mean she's mastered the same skill that her older sister Kim has, unadulterated narcissism. Now, I know you're at home saying, Scott, why are you coming down on this young woman? She's not hurting anyone. But yes, she is. This idea that people who are born with every luxury in life being called self-made is exactly the type of dangerous rhetoric that right-wing demagogues like Donald Trump and Mitt Romney and George Bush, who all came from extremely rich and politically connected families, use to ostracize and browbeat poor people who are suffering. You're just not working hard enough, they say. Look at me, they say. I've come from nothing, even though my family is rich and politically connected. What's wrong with you poor blacks in Gary? Poor Hispanics in the barrio? Poor whites in the trailer parks? What's stopping you from having rich parents, living in rich neighborhoods and going to the best schools? Apparently just your own laziness. So we're going to cut your welfare, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and affirmative action so you can learn how to stand on your own 2 feet like we did. There's a tendency to look at a list like this and just laugh it off and dismiss the implications of people like the Kardashian Jenners making a self-made millionaires list. But people who come from wealth and power using their connections and status to game the system and then kick away the ladder for everyone else is an epidemic, one that I see nothing at all funny about. Okay, folks. You can see I was a little bit amped up about that one. Chop it up with me on Twitter, @TheChemistLives. The Chemist is spelled with a K, as I am a product of the Gary Community School System, and we could talk about politics, music, sports. You could just tell me how terrible I am at my job. Or you could just wait and listen to me every Monday from 6 to 8 on Issues and Answers with Jonathan Booz, and the McGee Report, brought to you by the precocious hostess with the mostest, Jamelia McGee. I am Scott Cannon, and that was the Counterpoint on WLTH 1370 AM. God bless the working class, and God bless labor. I am out, humans.
All right, really quickly here. So, okay, I don't know, but listen. So, for entertainment news, all right, George Lopez, all right, gave Donald Trump's Hollywood star his version of the #1 treatment, right? So, he unleashed a massive fake urine stream all over the star. Now, the comedian, who has made no bones about his beef, of course, with the president, was in Hollywood Tuesday and coincidentally found himself right in front of Trump's star on the Walk of Fame. And after chatting up fans, George decided to, of course, unload his water bottle on the Trump's marker. And I was looking at the picture, and it's like, oh my goodness, really? So, yeah, that's what he did. I'm like, okay. Moving on, I saw The Purge, the first Purge yesterday, and it was really good. I'm all into.
Really? I like the other one.
Yeah, I'm all into the Purge movies, and if you're really into them, like you follow them, you should really watch the first Purge, because you're going to be like, what? It's not shocking, but, just for them to even, go that far and to put it in a movie was just, like, really awesome. So I give it, of course, like 5 stars. Go ahead and check it out if you are into all of the Purges. And my mom, she doesn't even like the Purge movies, but she actually liked this one. So go ahead and check that out. Also, moving on here, Chance the Rapper, he stopped by Windy City Live earlier, and he was talking about his upcoming concert with special guests Usher, Smokey Robinson, Jason Mraz, and Daya, benefiting the 50th anniversary of Special Olympics on July 21st at Northerly Island in Chicago. So that's really awesome. But, that's Chance, though. He's always, doing stuff like that. So
he's running for mayor of Chicago. You know this, right?
Eventually, probably so. But right now, one of his good friends is running, so I don't know.
It won't be long. Trust me. He's setting it up.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Really?
He comes from a political family. His father worked for Obama.
I don't know though if he'll really run. I don't know.
Like I'm telling you, like his whole family's connected in the Chicago political. He's running for not for president. He's running for mayor. He's running for mayor of Chicago.
If he runs for mayor, then he may eventually run for president.
Why not?
I mean, hey, stranger things have happened.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Now you have me intrigued. So we'll just have to wait and see. Last but not least, Cardi B had her baby.
Yes,
and she named her Culture Kiari Cephas.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, of course, her her husband and the baby's father, Offset, his real name is Kiari Cephas. So that's where the Kiari and all of that comes from. But the culture actually comes from the Migos record. That's the name of, basically that's been the name of both of their albums. So the culture and the culture too, but they spelt culture with a K for her. So that's really, I guess, she's a celebrity kid, so I guess they can do that. But yeah, so they're saying that of course she, broke the story that she's pregnant and all that in February after people were, talking about it, and she finally she made the big reveal in April on Saturday Night Live, and people have just been talking about it because she's have not been sitting down at all for her pregnancy, and this is Cardi B's first child, but Offset's fourth child. And let's see, they aren't saying yet, of course, they're speculating that she had her in Atlanta, but they're not sure right now. So that's all that I have for entertainment news.
All right, now.
All right, thanks. Talk to you on Monday.
All right.